First up in the bantamweight division, Martin the Spartan Day versus Dangerous Davy Grant. All right, moving on now to the women's bantamweight division, Carol Hosa versus Vanessa Mello. All right, next up should be a good one in the men's flyweight division, Haulian Paiva versus Zhalgis Zumagulov. All right, and the featured bout of the early prelims is in the heavyweight division, Marcin Tybura versus Maxim Grishin. All right, now we get to our middle stack of prelims. These are live on both ESPN and ESPN Plus. First up in the lightweight division, Leonardo Santos versus Roman Bogatov. All right, next prelim comes your way in the UFC featherweight division, Mr. Finland, Makwan Amirkhani versus Danny the Hatchet Henry. And how about this matchup next on the prelim card in the welterweight division, Eliseo Capoeira Zaleski dos Santos versus the King of Kung Fu, Muslim Salikov. All right, and our featured preliminary bout live on both ESPN and ESPN Plus in the light heavyweight division, the number 7 ranked contender, Volkan Oezdemir versus Yuri Prochazka. All right, with that, we get to the main card live on ESPN Plus pay-per-view, just the 6th championship tripleheader in UFC history, and we will start things off in the flyweight division, Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. All right, next up on the main card in the strawweight division, a matchup of 2 former UFC champions, Jessica Andrade versus Thug Rose Namajunas. All right, title fights the rest of the way, folks. This is the first of 3 you will see live tomorrow night on pay-per-view. First up for the vacant UFC bantamweight title, Piotr No Mercy Jan versus the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo, Piotr Jan, folks, for the vacant bantamweight title here tomorrow night. And that brings us to the co-headliner. It is a rematch for the UFC Featherweight Championship. Alexander the Great Volkanovski taking on the former champion Max Blessed Holloway. And your main event here on UFC Fight Island for the undisputed welterweight title, Kamaru the Nigerian Nightmare Usman versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. What a way to kick off these 2 weeks here in Abu Dhabi. Thank you all for coming out. One more sleep. We'll see you tomorrow night.